It's a Budget Bistro with Frank and Dan.
Welcome to the Budget Bistro.
Where we give you great ideas at a budget price.
You know it. So Dan, what are we making today?
You must be joking, Frank. They told me you had a surprise for me. I have no idea what's in this tin can disguise.
Inside the mystery can is one of my favorites, beef stew.
Oh, beef stew. It's one of my favorites too. I love beef stew, especially in these colder months. There's nothing that warms me up quite like beef stew.
Oh yes. Now, how do we get started? What do we do?
Well, you're probably going to want some fire. So having this stove here is going to come in real handy.
Excellent. So I'll just heat it up and put the can right on top of the stove.
Whoa, Frank. Take it easy. That's a bad idea. You do not want to cook your beef stew in the container it was provided in.
So, how do we do it? And how do I get inside of this can?
Well, first of all, we're going to want to use a can opener. You familiar with this device?
Not all the way, so you're going to have to show me how to use it.
Well, this can opener has 2 gears, a circular blade, and a turn crank. What you want to do is you want to open up this can opener, get that circular blade right over that edge, clamp down those gears, and turn this crank clockwise. Look at what it does. It
Excellent.
turns those gears, it turns the can, and the circular blade just does the rest. Frank, why don't you go ahead and give that a whirl?
I'm going to try, but I hope I do it as good as you just did.
Let's check it
So
out.
I'm going to go ahead and turn
Yes.
the crank as you had just demonstrated.
For someone that doesn't have much experience with a can opener, Frank, that is an excellent speed. Not too fast and not too slow.
Thank you.
That's excellent. Now, you see the top of the can kind of dip down in there a little bit. We're going to want to get that can out, the top of the can. Now, this circular blade has cut that pretty sharp. If you touch the sides of this top of the can here, you might cut yourself. It's going to create a very nasty gash. You kind of want to push down on one side, just kind of barely lift up, and pull that top out and discard.
Yes, remember, safety first. Don't cut
Fantastic.
yourself.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so now, Frank, we're going to want to take the contents out of this can, and we're going to want to put it into this pot.
I already smell the aroma of the beef stew.
It does smell good, doesn't it?
Delicious.
Frank, why don't you go ahead and kind of take this pot here. I want you to take this, and I want you to pour it into this pot.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
Fantastic.
So,
That's fantastic.
Thank
Excellent
you.
job. All right, now what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to heat this up over the stove. We're probably going to want to heat this up for about 5 minutes or so, just whatever it takes to get it nice and hot to your liking. All right, Frank, well, we're going to want to have to stir this occasionally. You want to give that a shot?
I'd love to.
That's a fantastic technique.
Thank you, I learned from the best.
Excellent. Well, looks like this is all done. Now, you're going to want to have a clean bowl ready to serve yourself in. You don't want to eat out of the hot pot. You might burn your hands.
It's happened before.
Yes, it has. Frank, you want to grab a ladle over there and bring that pot over, and why don't you serve us?
I'd love to.
Fantastic. I cannot wait to chow down on some of this beef stew. That
It's
looks-
filling up the room with incredible smell.
It looks excellent, Frank.
So
There we
I'm
go.
going to ladle this right in.
That smells really good. That's good. Thank you. All right.
Some for me.
Oh, that's very good. Go ahead and stick that pot back on the stove there. All right. This is it. Want to take a taste test? We ready?
Let's do it.
Hot beef stew. That's fantastic.
The potatoes, the peas, the carrots, the beef, it all comes out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's amazing.
This is an excellent, excellent can of beef stew.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, that's all the time we have for you. Just catch us next time on the Budget Bistro.
And thanks for watching.